Thank you so much for being here. It's really good to have you on. The president has been going on the attack against you, against the lockdowns that he says have created economic disaster in Pennsylvania, against mail-in ballots, anything that he can try to throw at you in a state that he needs to win. The polls are very close. He only won the state by a very small margin last time. Is there anything that you're concerned about going into Election Day in terms of the president's rhetoric and how people might respond or react to it?
No, I think, Katie, first of all, it's good to be on your show. I think, of course, he has been in Pennsylvania a number of times, and it's a battleground state, so he needs to win it. And evidently, he's taken some joy in pummeling me, but actually Pennsylvania has been open for months. We did buy time early, as many states did in March and April, and it kept our case count low and allowed us to be in a position where our healthcare systems were not overwhelmed. So I think it worked out pretty well. Our economy is coming back. And so I understand he is struggling and realizes he really has to take Pennsylvania, and evidently doesn't feel very good about it. So he has been here numerous times and is picking on a couple people here, including me.
I'm sure you saw this, but there was a ruling in the Supreme Court about counting ballots after Election Day in Wisconsin. A 5-3 majority said that Wisconsin should not be counting votes after Election Day, even if they are postmarked by Election Day, mail-in votes. Republicans have said that they want to target Pennsylvania next with a ruling like that from the Supreme Court. If they decide in the same way they did in Wisconsin, what's it going to mean for the state of Pennsylvania and voters who are only sending in their ballots perhaps right now, or who might be waiting to send them in on Election Day?
Yeah, I think if you wait until Election Day to send it in, even with 3 days, it's probably not a good idea. We're actually encouraging people to walk their ballots in right now. So I'm not sure what that extra 3 days is. As you know, Katie, last week the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Pennsylvania in this very case. It was a 4-4 decision. And I think the Republicans are interested in bringing it back because they might get a 5-4 decision now in their favor. This, unlike Wisconsin, has to do with our state constitution. It has to do with a ruling by the state Supreme Court, which is an election issue and is usually settled by the states, not by the federal government. So I'm not sure how they're going to rule, but again, I don't think people should be waiting till the very last minute to send in their mail-in ballot. They should be doing it right now.
Donald Trump had a really strong hold on the more rural areas of your state in 2016. He also had a pretty strong hold on white suburban women. There have been a lot of reports and a lot of polling to suggest that while Donald Trump still maintains his hold on the rural part of the state, white suburban women aren't so enthusiastic about him any longer. If you can point to, I don't know, one demographic or one voting bloc in your state that you think is going to be the difference maker, what would it be?
Well, I think suburban women, I think African Americans are really, I think, going to make a difference in Pennsylvania. And I don't see the enthusiasm for Donald Trump in this election that I saw back in 2016. I live in a rural part of Pennsylvania. I live in that part of Pennsylvania that actually gave Donald Trump a lot of votes in the last election. And I don't see the enthusiasm today that I saw 4 years ago.
What about the State House? You've poured a lot of money in, Democrats have poured a lot of money into getting a majority in the State House. What is at stake for governing? And what message are you sending to voters about why they should take an interest, not just in the top of the ballot, but down the ballot as well?
Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, if people come out to vote for down-ballot races, that's going to help the up-ballot candidates. Second, I have been a Democratic governor in a state where the General Assembly has been in the hands, the majority of both the Senate and the House has been Republican. And this is coming up on my last 2 years in Pennsylvania, governor is term limited. It would be really nice to have a Democratic majority in both houses so that we could actually get some things done. I think I was able to do good things in terms of education, but we have a lot of work to do with infrastructure. And with the pandemic, we've got to do a lot to make sure that we're helping municipalities, counties get back on their feet. So there's a lot of work to do, and it would be really nice to have a strong partnership with the General Assembly.
There's one other question I need to ask you about. There were some angry crowds last night, a lot of anger triggered by cell phone video of police shooting and killing a black man who was armed with a knife after a domestic disturbance call. Have you seen the video? Can you comment on it?
I haven't seen the video, but I'm certainly have been in constant contact, and my staff has, I should say, constant contact with the mayor's office in Philadelphia, ready to do what we can. I mean, so sorry and saddened for the family about the tragic death. But I think we need to make sure that this is a time to de-escalate, to make sure that we keep calm and that the city of Philadelphia stays calm through this crisis. Again, voting is going on right now. There are people waiting in line to pick up their absentee ballots through this afternoon, this evening. And people are going to go out to vote in person on November 3rd. So we need the city to be safe, and I think that's what the mayor and the administration in the city of Philadelphia is trying to achieve.
Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf, we appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on, sir.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.